Good afternoon, hello, welcome to the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. Welcome to another day of triathlon training. Today is a good day of the week. It's Friday night, which means it's our club Fast Friday. It's Chaingang night. It's a night where I get to come out on the, I'm going to call it the medium speed bike, because the time trial bike's the fast bike, climbing bike's the slow bikes. This is the medium one. A bit of good morale. I squeeze into my aero jersey that fitted me last year. It doesn't quite fit me this year. And we get to ride fast, so it starts off nice and easy. Good chat and warm up. Then we get out onto the A6 and we get doing some throwing off. Starts off as a big group. It winds up and people drop off. I do at some point during that. And then, yeah, it gets harder and harder as we go on. Get a real good workout. I'm going to drop the camera on the bike and we'll talk a little bit about the ride afterwards, and hopefully I'll stay in the mix for long enough to make a video out of, because if not, I don't quite know what I'm going to do. But anyway, should be okay. See you in a minute.
Hey, are you allowed that up?
Rich, we didn't see much of you last night. You're going to be a bit more present tonight. After giving it the big one. You seen today's video? No. I did cut on the time split on that climb when you said that you're going to get, I don't know what you said, something big-headed, but anyway. Probably, yeah. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Anyway, camera's gone on the bike. 2 minutes? Is that what 2 minutes what I climbed last night, mate. Big time, yeah. 2 minutes. Well, James Saxby's lucky day. Not only am I wearing a jersey that's too small for me, it's now soaking wet through and see-through. Riding behind me is being a bit of a distraction, isn't it? This is absolutely biblical. This is unreal. Are you all right? You all right, Rich? Miserable. We're about, what are we, halfway around? This is mental.
It'll only be 5 minutes.
Richard's had his first match on Tinder today, so he don't want to break his phone in case he loses contact with her.
Look at them hairy legs.
I hope this gives you a few turns up front.
Yeah. Oh. You ready? Be careful in rain, it might wash that little beard off. So I think Dean's got some washing powder left in his shorts because it's foaming up. It's foaming up in the rain. Oh dear.
I changed gear ready, but I'm still going.
I had a kick off the last roundabout, but nothing really happened.
Yeah.
Didn't really change pace.
Got going up the gears and everything. That was my big attack, and then Dean had a bigger one.
I bet you're glad you saved your gilet for now, Matt, aren't you? I bet you're glad you saved your gilet for now.
Yeah.
Just keep that wet inside, it's like a wetsuit.
Beautiful.
Hold on, mate. Oh, okay, so I know if I moan about the weather, I'm going to get about 53 million people who denied my UK last week telling me to pull myself together. So I'm not going to moan about it. I'm going to go home, I'm going to get showered and changed, and then we'll have a quick look at the ride, because it still was a good ride, even if it's absolutely horrible weather. Anyway, see you in a minute. Okay, it's actually the next day now. It's Saturday morning, had a fresh trim and pulley tail. Let's have a look at the ride first, then we'll look at some stats. So, the ride starts off lovely now. It wasn't forecast rain at all this evening. It was like 18% or something when I looked. So we're starting off in a nice smooth Chaingang. We just ease into it, to be honest. It's nice to see Richard pulling through for once. He sat on for the majority of the ride. Richard doesn't go unnoticed. So yeah, you can see here the right lines, pulling through slightly faster than the left. You work your way to the front, and when you're at the front, you peel off to the left lane and then come back down the left lane and back into the right. Loads of communication during times like this. So the person on the left now, so look at Matt. When Dean's rear wheel is in front of Matt's front wheel, Matt will shout clear or yes Dean or something, so Dean knows when to pull across. Dean will then do the same thing to me, just so we don't wipe each other out. As much as we want to go hard, train hard, ride fast, all that, we don't want to stack it. So communication is key in this sort of thing. I think then when we come to this junction, I then cut to a bit when the weather turns. So yeah, there's Wayne coming through now. It started raining and it got bad. It was like absolutely, I don't want to say biblical, yeah, here we go, but it was pretty heavy. We were absolutely soaking wet through. Now you can tell we're riding differently now, look, so we're riding a bit further away from each other. Everybody's giving each other a bit more space. We're not necessarily going as fast or as hard because we're in a built up area. When it's dry, if a car pulls out, you can slam the ankles on stop. When it's like this, you can't. So we're just making sure we're not gonna fall off, pointing out grates and stuff, communicating well to each other, and perhaps just riding at 90% just so we can make better judgment calls. We see here I'm not sat right on Matt's wheel, Paul's not sat right on Wayne's wheel. Like, just giving each other a little bit more of a gap. There you go, Saxby. He probably can't hang on to Paul's wheel anyway, but he's giving a bit more of a gap just to make it a little bit more safe. It was absolutely sodden. Like, I can't explain how wet it was. I'll probably just give it a go, but yeah, it was not good. But there you go. Got a bike to wash later on. Thank you for that. Let's have a quick look at the stats then whilst we're doing this. So I normalised 282 watts for 1 hour and 38 minutes. That's by no means any sort of record for me. There are no peaks in there, no PBs this year. A good workout though nonetheless. A lot better to do that than just a little ride on Zwift. I was glad I got out, because if I was on my own or hadn't set off before the rain, I wouldn't have got much done. So yeah, real good ride. I felt strong, felt good. This marks about 2 weeks now since I've been back on the bike, and to be honest, I'm feeling there or thereabouts to where I was fitness-wise before I got injured. I'm a little way off my best still, but I'm feeling better and better as every session goes on. So still committing, still working towards the 12 hour, and then obviously tomorrow's TT as well. So that is it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button down below, please. Very much appreciated. Got loads of cool stuff coming up this year, and I will see you tomorrow at 4 PM for a bit of a different video tomorrow. See you then.